Namaste everyone. I'm Sailaja from Spiritual Happenings. Today we are going to discuss about the most um, confused terms within the spiritual community. Often they are synonymously used, but these two are different, and these two terms are called dimension and density. And what is the difference between dimension and density? If you read the concepts of the law of one, he refers mostly to the densities, and all those densities are connected to each of the chakras or the energy centers of the human evolution. Now, how do we understand what is density and how do we understand what is dimension? Let us start with density first. These concepts I have picked up are mostly from raw law of one. So the density is the matter, the frequency of the matter that vibrates at. Meaning, if I have a pen in my hand, this vibrates at certain frequency because this has got certain density, right? This is thick, strong and thick. The molecules are tightly entangled and enclosed to become its own density. Okay, we human beings are the collection of molecules, atoms, and everything that brings about a shape to us because that creates our own density and the frequency that we vibrate at. Right now, these densities are like, for example, if I take, there are seven different densities as per law of one, and we also know this basically from our chakras and how do these chakras are connected to each other, and the quality of the chakras helps us understand what is the density that we are vibrating at, or what is the chakra or the energy center that we are operating from. Now, for example, if I have to explain you the density in slightly in a detailed manner, uh, all the plant kingdom, water kingdom, okay, this is all of first density, and the plant kingdom or slightly the animal kingdom belong to the second density. Meaning what? So if you assume, and the human beings are from third density, this is what we have been listening, right? So, when we are in the third density, we have certain characteristics. We have certain frequencies, certain vibrations, certain emotions, right? Emotions, thinking, talking, senses, all these things exist. All the five senses exist in this third density, right? And in this third density, for us, the human beings, we can talk, we can think, and we can feel basically. Now, when I go back slightly down to the second density, where we have the animal kingdom, meaning who are identifying with themselves, right? Like, they started identifying that they this is their body, this is their consciousness. The consciousness that we hold is changes as per our density, meaning as per our density, meaning like if we take the dog or a pet or a cat, okay, if you show lot of love to your cat or a dog or a cow, what happens is you feel the reciprocation. You feel the reciprocation that they are hugging you back. They give you all the licks and everything, and you feel the love coming back. If you want to sit and have a discussion with them, is that possible? No, right? You cannot have a to and fro discussion. Maybe they are listening, but they cannot reciprocate the way you are responding, right? So that is a difference between the density 1 and density 2. All their senses, the speech is not active for them. Okay, not all senses are active for them. That being is still evolving. The soul, our soul in that density is still evolving and understanding the five senses of the universe and collecting them within to itself. So if I have to tell you, um, precisely, density is the amount of light or consciousness available to that being vibrating at certain frequency. That is density. Now, let us understand about dimension. Um, Dimension is nothing but awareness. And with that awareness, the way you are perceiving the reality. So if you see the universe has got a lot of characteristics, right? Universe has got a lot of characteristics, and these characteristics, out of all those characteristics, I mean to say, it's huge. Universe is huge. There are so many parameters to the universe. There are so many characteristics to the universe. If you see nature, it can love, it can destroy, it can maintain, it can do anything, right? We are part of nature. So if you take nature as an example, the characteristics of nature, do we have everything in us? Yes. But are we aware of everything that is there in us? No. Right? We are not aware of the 100% universe, or we are the speck of the universe. We are the speck of that one source. But are we aware of all those characteristics that we have got that is of source? No. So we perceive only certain characteristics, and we do not perceive many of them, and we are not aware of our own characteristics, right? That is why the amount of awareness, or with the amount of awareness, the way you perceive the things or your own reality is your dimension. So it is not necessary that everybody are in the same dimension. Why? Because we here in India, we are now in the daytime. And on the other side of the world, the US, they are in the nighttime. But sun is one. The existence is one. But we are in two different places, perceiving the same reality in two different ways. In the same way, we don't perceive the awareness in the same way. We don't perceive the characteristics of the universe in the same way. As we integrate one characteristic, like, the characteristic of love, if we integrate with the characteristic of love, then we are vibrating at a slightly better frequency. Then we start perceiving things with a different reality. So all of a sudden, if most of us have felt it, I guess, all of a sudden, if you start looking into the sky, okay, all of a sudden you will see that something is opening for you. You will see shapes in the clouds. Are you understanding? I hope I'm making sense. You see different shapes in the clouds. You see something that you are getting into, and you're becoming lighter, and you suddenly start perceiving different things. Okay, and I most of us will not understand what it is, but that is the dimension. Meaning you're perceiving things. Things are all there, everything is all there, but you cannot see everything at once. One by one, you start looking at things, your own reality, and then as you integrate the different characteristics of the universe, you start seeing many more things, so your awareness increases. That is dimension. Even though these two are very confusing synonyms, or the two words that we use very synonymically, but these two are entirely different. Please note this difference and start looking at the dimension and the density that you are vibrating at, and let me know how you understood these two terms. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for the next concepts on the densities.